Data storage. So, when we're talking primarily about data storage, come on lads down there, Donald, tune in for a minute. Data storage, we're talking about primary data storage, which is your main memory, which basically means your RAM and your ROM. Main memory is always referred to as your random access memory and your read-only memory. Secondary data storage refers to your hard drives. Things like your hydraulic hard drive, which are now being replaced by your solid state drives. And then finally, you have your secondary offline storage, which is things like formerly known as CDs. They're nearly gone. CDs are nearly deprecated. They're replaced by USBs now. And DVDs are nearly gone. A lot of you haven't nearly even heard of them. A few years' time, no one will have heard of them. And the tape, you're not familiar with the tape at all. Cassette tape was massive in the 80s and 90s. And in the 90s, CDs started taking over. And now CDs are gone for music. So, storage methods. You've got a magnetic storage method. It's mechanical parts move over the disk surface to read and write data magnetically. Okay, and what's done there, that's used a lot on your hard drive. At the moment, the data is read from and written to that using that kind of mechanical parts and that. You've also got the optical lasers, read and write data using the light. And then you've got solid state, which is a type of storage method. Data is recorded onto solid memory chips without using any moving parts. And that's what makes solid state drives so much better than hydraulic hard drives now. So hydraulic hard drives are prone to failure. The magnetic parts got pieces it can break down. And that's what happens when you hear somebody's hard drive has crashed or it's gone. That's it. You can't recover it. It's broken down, irreparable. The mechanical parts have broken down, you can't retrieve it. Whereas solid state drives, none of them kind of moving parts and is a lot more durable as a result. So, magnetic storage. Fixed hard drives are built into laptops and PCs, although solid state drives are now replacing that. Very large storage capacity. Portable hard drives can be connected to a computer via USB port. It's used for backing up or transporting your data. Although, again, as technology advances, we now have the cloud. So we're not making as much use of this technology. Advantages, it's cheap, vast storage capabilities, and disadvantages, it's durability due to the moving mechanical parts. They can break down very easily, especially if you're transporting an electronic device here, there, and everywhere. They can break down. Question on the Leaving Cert a couple of years ago was the difference between hydraulic hard drives and solid state drives, and that was one of the differences. It's durability. Solid state drive, no mechanical parts, less receptive to breaking down, whereas the hydraulic hard drives had those moving parts and it did. Optical storage. Data is stored as pits and lands burnt onto a spiral track, circulating outwards from the center. Not going to spend too long on this one, but a laser beam passes over the pits and lands, and the level of reflection is measured. From this signal, zeros and ones can be derived from the reflections or no reflections. Like, it is just incredible the way that those zeros and ones can be interpreted to give you things like music, to give you things like watching DVD, watching something on a telly. Like, it's just unbelievable the way that technology has advanced, and even, that they're being now left behind. Optical storage, cheap, portable, takes up very little space, but the disadvantages is the less storage capacity compared to other types. It can be easily damaged. Yes, absolutely, and that's the problem. Easily damaged or scratched. Kids, yourselves, we can all scratch them. Your music players, your DVD players can scratch them easily. That was a big problem, but everything's gone to the cloud now. Everybody's gone getting your Netflix and all that. CDs and DVDs are becoming redundant. And slow write speeds. When I was in college, I used to be making my own music and putting it on CDs so I could listen to it. It used to take half an hour to make up a CD of like 6 or 7 songs, or 10 songs or whatever. Could take a while to do it. Optical storage. The uses, songs, videos, backup archives, and capacity. Well, CD-ROMs you probably get more than 720 megabytes now. DVDs up to 8.4 gigabytes and Blu-ray 50 gigabytes, but they are not used as much. Solid state drives, these are the fellas that are now taking over. Solid state drives, they're non-volatile flash memory. They use non-volatile flash memory to store information. So no moving parts, no mechanical parts. Therefore, the advantages are durable, no moving parts. They're very fast, very, very fast. Can read or write. Like before, I had a hydraulic hard drive in my computer in 2018, and when I turned on my computer, it used to take about 3 or 4 minutes to turn on. 1 second, 3 or 4 minutes to turn on. I put in a solid state drive. It boots up after about 15-20 seconds now. That is the speed difference. Incredible. I load Microsoft Word. Takes a second. You load it on your computer, it might take 5 seconds. That is the difference. The speed, the read, the write speeds. Faster startup times, like my computer there, as I said to you. So there's your advantages. Solid state drive. It's durable, it's very fast, and it's faster startup times. The disadvantages, it's more expensive. Currently, the price is dropping all the time. Becoming more affordable. Uses, handheld computers, military usage, PCs, your capacity, anything from 100 gigabytes up to 16 terabytes. A terabyte is 1,000 gigabytes. So that means 16,000 gigabytes of data, which is huge. Flash memory, have we much more there in cloud storage? Last two, flash memory, large. Look, again, flash memory is good. Your USBs still used a lot. How long will they be used for? Because the cloud is kind of replacing those. But large electric current used to force electrons through a barrier and trap them on the other side. So that's how it moves its memory and its data, forces it through to the other side, and then kind of keeps it there. Something else, another current or whatever, kind of forces it there and keeps it there. So they remain on the other side until flashed with the new current. Again, no would you be asked that kind of detail. But flash memory, you can ask me in a second, flash memory, low cost, very portable, durable. It is quite durable, but you want to be awfully careful. Even as durable as they are, flash drives are susceptible to breaking down. Like, they're very good, but they can break down. They get wet. Any electronic devices can break down. As you know, your phones, they're good, they're durable, but they can break down. So if you drop them, you do anything like that. Ideal for offline devices like holding pictures, mobile phones, USB sticks. And the last one here is our cloud storage, which for all intents and purposes looks like it's virtual. But any of you looking at the news this week, Tonga, it had a cable connecting it to, I don't know, was it America or whatever, getting its internet. It's all cables at the end of the day. But it makes it look like the cloud, because if you're here, you save it here, you go home, you can access it at home, but still using cables to store wherever it's doing. The cable is broken, Tonga. They reckon it's going to take a month for it to be replaced. So they've effectively no internet. They're cut off from the world. Although apparently they're using some data or a satellite that gives them very minimal internet usage. The cloud storage refers to saving data in an off-site storage system. Somewhere like Finland, Iceland, Cold, or even Ireland, are data centers now, maintained by a third party. So your Instagrams, your Facebooks, instead of saving data on your computer's hard drive or other local storage device, you save it to a remote database and you access it via the internet. Okay, that's basically all our storage done. Sorry, that took a long one.